Hello, my love. I hope this finds you well. I hope you are rested. I hope you are prepared or excited for your day. I hope for today that you see the beauty in yourself, both on the outside and perhaps more importantly on the inside. What a gorgeous human being you are, and that you relish that a little bit. I'm thinking about you as always. I was thinking also about my meditation practice and how it evolved over time. And at one point in time, and why one meditates, or the point of why one meditates forms the meditation itself in terms of what type of meditation one does. And at this point in time, I was just trying to really deepen my practice, and well, it will become apparent in sort of some of the goals that I had set forth during the meditation. So, just to give you a taste of what it was at one point in time, this probably was around when you were in middle school, I would wager. It's hard to remember or to pinpoint it exactly, but so my meditation practice would begin. I would sit, as you know, and take some deep breaths with my eyes open, and then close my eyes, and then let myself feel the weight of my body pressing down. And I would sort of say this in my head: feel the weight of my body pressing down. This is something I picked up from when I was using the Headspace app, to sort of feel the weight of the body. But in those initial moments, then I would really try and orient myself to place and time, that I was here and it was now, and to be really present into the moment. And so you feel the weight of your body pressing down. I would allow myself to focus on the sounds that were around, any smells, a breeze, something pressing against my skin. All of those sensations I would just take in and allow myself to be very present. And then I would say sort of the mantra that I would often say to myself, which is empty mind, still water. And so I would be sitting there with my eyes closed, and mentally in my head I would say, empty mind, still water. And I always had an image of a lake in a mountain with this sort of calm. But I would say that, and then I would scan down through my body. And so, just again, to be really present in the moment. And I would follow the chakras. I was not necessarily a chakra person, but I thought it was a good way to go about it. And so I would focus above my head, and then into my head and my neck, my heart, sternum, down through, and just really notice how my body felt at that moment, to again be very present. And from there, it's been a long time since I was doing that. From there, I would, oh yes, this is perhaps the most important part. I would say three things. I would sit there and I would say, again silently in my head, may those that I have wronged forgive me, just as I forgive myself and forgive those who have trespassed against me. And this was extremely important for me, especially that middle line about forgiving myself, because it really allowed me to take some of the weight of life off of me, and my hyper judgmental nature of myself. But I would say those three things, and then I would I would focus my intention. I would say to myself, okay, what is my intention? And my intention is to clear my mind. And so I would say, the intention is to clear my mind. And that was a reminder to myself that I was not going to spend the time thinking. I was not going to spend the time with my mind wandering. I was going to clear my mind. This wasn't a loving focus, loving kindness meditation. This was simply really just clear my mind. And then I would say, I'd say, my intention is to clear my mind. I do this to benefit all sentient beings. I do this to increase my capacity for and practice of compassion. I do this to pierce the veil of consciousness and to experience the non-duality of the self. Those sort of four things were what I was approaching or attempting to approach through clearing my mind. And then I would delve into the meditation, and the very first part would be to literally clear my mind, to let my mind be empty. And in doing that, I found what I would focus on was the gaps between thoughts, and to try to expand those moments of non-thinking. And that really brought me to a very deep state of meditation. And then once I got distracted or pulled out of that, which inevitably happens sometimes very quickly, I would focus on my breath and just focus on my breath and clearing my mind for the rest of the meditation, which could be anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour or whatnot. So I just thought I would share that with you, what my practice was like, because this was, well, all throughout my life, you knew I meditated, but you weren't always, I was not always telling you the nuts and bolts, I suppose I should say. So those are some nuts and bolts of what my meditation practice was at a certain point in time. And with that, I shall bid you adieu, but I will recommend the music of Ludovico Einaudi. I am slaughtering the pronunciation of that name. Ludovico Einaudi. Beautiful classical music. I found it incredibly moving. I cannot recommend it enough. And perhaps the Chicago Guide to Grammar, Usage, and Punctuation, if I'm getting that correct, by Bryan Garner, is also an excellent book. It is a reference book. It is not something you want to read straight through, but I found it extremely useful. Anyway, I am rambling on today, or now, or tonight, or whenever this is, which is hard to tell. And with that, I shall say adieu.